My beautiful stars, reading time. Your little spy's back. This person's obsessed. Let's get these just to confirm. I was going to get the little black deck. The little spy. All right. Main collective. Yes. But lucky's on your side. Oh, you must make this person really lack confidence. It's this card. They know. Oh, clearly, hold on. I'm going to get that deck. I went to pick it up and it literally just fell everywhere. That's like this person's emotion for you. It's that card. They know you know they're hiding deep feelings for you and now they feel stuck. Hold on. I just want to get these out quickly. This person's clearly got a lot of emotion. Hold on. What's this person feeling? I probably should get a few more cards first. Oh, that would make sense. Our connection is beautiful, but it's also painful and confusing as hell. So it's like they can't get enough, but they don't have the courage to approach you. Can you handle all my scars? So there's deep things here that this person's unfortunately not confident enough to open up with you. Maybe they've tried in the past and, you know, through certain emotional triggers or certain ups and downs, maybe you would bring this stuff up in arguments, and especially if they only partially opened up and let you in and they didn't even tell you, you know, the actual depth of the scars, and it would still get brought up, unfortunately, in a negative way. I feel that adds to the intimidation here about actually really getting on a deep level. But thank you for your beautiful light and energy in my life. So this collective, this is probably why they check in on you and they watch, you know, in the background. There's something about you would either be a very frequent poster, or there's certain memes, or you're always on your stories. There's something here that they just can't get enough of, and there's some form of light they get from accessing you. My eye's twitching. Okay. Let's just get a few more. One good thing, you've got 3 black cards here. So I see this deck, the white feminine energy, the black cards that strengthen masculine energy. I did go for that purple deck before the black deck, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe it could be some movement. I can't see how there would be though. I think this person, I remember you. So maybe they're starting to remember a few of the good times here. Maybe it was the bad times and the arguments that unfortunately kept them away. This person could have been under the veil of a lot of blame here. If they're starting to remember you, and it's funny, the only white card, that feminine energy, that compassion, that understanding, that acceptance. I did a reading, I think it was last week or the week before, I'm hearing me say it, and it was like the connecting energy. There was like a vault that was locked away in the back of their mind that had just been like ripped open, and all of these memories came flooding back to them, like literally forgotten memories. I'm hearing myself say it. You could have been part of that collective. I'm afraid your touch will destroy me. So seeing you or coming forward, this person clearly gets weak around you. So again, it's that this card here, watching you in the background or keeping you at arm's distance makes me feel safe or something. Maybe it's taken a very long time for this person to try and move past this and they just can't seem to do it. Let's just get a few more, because I was seeing that one card specifically. It hasn't come out. We'll just confirm these and we'll keep going with the reading. I would just hurt you more right now. I need to be alone. Maybe this is another reason. They've got a lot of baggage, especially if it's baggage tied into these scars. This is underneath. Our connection is so beautiful but painful and confusing. Maybe it's hard for them to stay away. Like I said, I'm feeling a bit of an obsession here, so I can't see how this person's going to stay silent for much longer. We'll get those cards, other cards to confirm. Maybe they're highly attracted to you as well. Your beauty cascades over me. I'm going to have to see actually how they see you as a person. Okay, let's get one more for that, because that's underneath. Can you handle all my scars? This person maybe puts you on a bit of a pedestal here. I love this card. This is a nice one. I want to follow you through all time and all universes. Maybe you guys have kind of spoken like that to each other about, you know, having past lives together, and I love you to the universe and back. What I would do through your hair. Okay, this is an odd one. I feel like this is a detail. You know how some, like, I feel like that's a very odd card to come out. It's a specific detail. So this person used to either always compliment your hair, or, you know, as you were going to sleep, they would play with your hair. There's something about your hair. All right, I know that sounds really silly and irrelevant. Important detail. Same with this kind of universe one. Okay. Why am I seeing someone with beautiful curly hair? You could have beautiful curly hair. Okay, thank you for your beautiful light and energy in my life. How I wish I could hold you tonight. As we said, I feel this collective. I don't know if they used to, as you were going to sleep, or the way you guys would cuddle. You know, when you're in those connections and it's like, especially when you're going to sleep, you're just always locked. You move, they move. Like, I feel your bodies were always intertwined. Sitting on the couch, you would just lock into each other. For this person to be going over how much they just want to hold you, this is underneath. They check in for your light and your energy. So them watching you, it would make them crave you. Like, it would make them, I feel like this person just wants to be next to you. You know what I'm seeing? You know when you're with your partner and you kind of cuddle, but they just scoop you up, your legs wrap around them. Like, I just feel you guys were kind of, when it came to physical touch, you were just all over each other. I'm lost in the ocean that is you. So again, this is why they can't help but check in. But remember how I started this? I said your spy's back. So maybe they've really been trying their hardest to not check in on you. Maybe they've really been trying not to watch you because it just pains them. But I just feel the temptation gets too much for them and they can't help it. Okay, I remember you. Your face haunts me day in and day out. Obsessed. Like, you don't just haunt them through the day, it's their dream state as well. This person would really, the memories of you, especially because I felt it's like all of this remembrance is being unlocked right now. They would just like start daydreaming. They could be doing, you know, work obligations, out with friends, sitting with family, and I feel they just present aloof to people because their mind just gravitates to the thought of you. Getting to sleep for this person would be hard because they just want to hold you, right? So my heart actually feels quite heavy for this person. Isn't it crazy what skeletons can do? Because it's this one card that keeps this person away from you. So whatever these things are, and like I said, everything I say is for a reason. I feel this person has partially opened up in the past to you about it. And unfortunately, maybe you were really broken mirrors when you entered each other's lives and you weren't the most self-aware when you were in a triggered state. And through anger or, you know, you would just unfortunately bring some of these things up in a bit of a nasty way. Don't make it fit. I'm hearing it. It's like, unfortunately, you would hold this person's vulnerabilities against them if you knew it or not in that time, right? They just feel like you wouldn't accept them at the core. All right, last one. Your touch will destroy them. I can see eternity in your eyes. So it's your eyes. Locking eye to eye with you, they would turn to mush. Since whatever's happened here, the right collective, you would not have seen this person in the physical face-to-face. This person would have truly tried to avoid you like the plague. Even if you've had contact since this separation, they'd probably refuse to do FaceTime, or like, I just feel this person literally just looking at you. Don't make it fear. Important detail that's coming to my mind. There's just a scarcity here. I want one more. Two more. Your name is following them everywhere. So not this your face haunts them day in and day out, all day and all night. They'd be seeing so many signs of you because you're like a full focus. When someone's full focus and you're activated to the universal frequency of this world, you see the names, the numbers, the birthdays, the song. It's like, because you're just so receptive to it, right? Because they're in the forefront of your mind. They'd be seeing you everywhere. But I always do hope to have you in my life. It's that right person, wrong time. Again, that one card I was... everything I do reminds me of you. The one card I was wanting to see didn't get. That's good. You're worth fighting for. Maybe. Let's see. Let's confirm just the rest of these. If confession or communicate come out, I'll roll the dice and see how many days. If not, it's just a clarity reading. All right. I want to get these first, and we'll get those, this one, and then I want to see how they see you right now, and then we'll see how that all goes, see where this reading takes us. Okay, lady beetles, they could be a sign. You could have just had, I'm seeing a little yellow one, you could have had a lady beetle land on you. Okay. Maybe as you're watching this, you feel that this person emotionally uses you. Maybe you've had memories of this person financially using you. It's sad because I feel this collective, I don't think you clearly wouldn't be watching this if you didn't have some form of belief, but I don't think you realize how much this person truly cares. I don't think they've treated you right since whatever this, stuff is that's put this block here between you guys. And unfortunately, that's clearly how they... So you've got yes and no. Hold on, I want one more. Something about it hasn't been the right time. Clearly, there's scars. Okay. Maybe this is one of their scars that you held against them. Maybe they opened up about, I don't know what I can say on here anymore. Everything's so sensitized, but from a younger age, especially if it was, same sex. There's something about sexuality that has made this not the right time, but also this card is about still figuring themselves out emotionally. Maybe you question this detail to this person. Everything I say is for a reason. Don't make this fit, because I felt when we were reading those message cards, there's something this collective, I feel you just would push a certain point when it came to an argumentative state, right? And it's like, I don't even think this person completely opened up about what they really needed to open up about. And it was already too hard for collective to deal with what was spoken, right? But it's a big detail here. Okay. One more for your top row. Distance, cycles. So you have had cycles. Remember I said I feel like even if this person's come in and out, you haven't locked eyes since your initial separation. Another important detail. Fate, karma, something ended. Something's about to begin. Okay. What's luck on your side with? Oh, that's good. First row. You got date night here. Well, that would be a shock for this person. If this person actually wants to see you, that means they'd be ready to open up to you, because that's a big point in this reading. Date night. Let's get one more for that. I meant health anxiety. Stressing them out. But there could be health issues here maybe you're not aware of as well, like actual health issues, but I'm more seeing the stress of it with the theme of this reading. Hold on, let's get one more. Intuition. This collective, you probably know there's something about your intuition for this first row. Otherwise this wouldn't have come out. So you've either had intuition, something's going on with health, or you feel this person around you. You feel that they're really worried about seeing you face to face. Especially if this is a soul connected collective, most of my collectives here are, and you personally have been worrying about health out of nowhere, it wouldn't surprise me if you're picking up something in their energy, but your brain archiving is mistaking it for yourself, your own vessel. Okay, came to my mind very clearly. All right, feeling used. Pets. There could have been something about pets. This is important. Don't make these, because this is where you felt used. Let it be this person and you were going to get a pet, or there's some form of detail here about pet and this person and feeling used, right? However that fits for collective. Or if you had a pet and through the separation it was just very frictional. There's something here that this collective you would reflect on when it comes to this. One more. Earth sign. Something that couldn't ground because of this detail, but you could be an earth sign. This person could be as well. Okay. But that, I always say when I'm reading these, Pentacles in Tarot is years. Maybe this has been going on for years here. The lack of grounding with this connection, especially because I went for these message cards. This is one of my like tried and true decks. Like I've had this for so long. So everything happens for a reason. This could be kind of a long time this has been circling around. Okay, that's good. So they really do want to open up their heart. The things, the scars, it's brewing. Let's get one more. You didn't get confession or communicate. This caused the breakup. This is such an important row for this collective. So this scars detail, which made things not the right time, the lack of emotional balance, detail about sexuality, for the right collective, this caused your separation, and this is what closed this person's heart down. Hold on, one more. Maybe you've never really understood why, but a part of your soul would know this. Whoa! You got the pairing. From breakup to, you got the pairing. Things are about to get serious. Okay, another detail here. So this collective, it was more of a shorter lived romance. So, you know, anywhere from, let's say, 3 to 9 months, I'm hearing specifically. Maybe it was very rocky from the start. It's a big row, that one. You got communicate on the bottom, but it's not on the spread. Cycles. Okay, and water sign. So emotions running high. Maybe every water and earth could be an important pairing. Every time you guys communicate, because they'd be shut down, they wouldn't be authentic. I just don't think you've ever been able to balance your emotion here. I know you got date night, but you've got nothing about they'll be back or confession. Oh, as we said, they'll be back. Oh. I do think you have something approaching, but it just might not be this week. I think this person's still fretting a bit because I know you've got they'll be back in date night and this, yes, but if you guys communicate should be on the spread. Hold on, let's roll a die. Let's get a big dice. Let's see how many days. Oh, 20. Okay, or it could be the 20th of this month. Spy. We know that. Either 20 days or 20th of this month, this little spy will come through, right? Write that down. 20 could be an important number for you guys because like I said, that there's such an obsession here, but I don't think this person's ready to come out of the dark just yet. If I was you and I'm about to break this whole reading down, I would just be really on top of what you're posting because this person, they try their hardest not to come and have a lurk, but they can't help it, right? The universe is doing something weird here right now. But I do think this little spy will come through. Compromise, forgive, work it out. Because this just doesn't make sense here because there's too much that needs to, there needs to be some form of actual communication to get a date night. Let's be real, right? So they're thinking about it clearly, which is making me think this collective, this is going to be really brewing in your energy over the next few weeks. So don't mistake the energy. This row here is your row that you need to reflect on because whatever the scars are, the right collective, this is what created the breakup. And like I said, I don't even think this person completely opened up on a deep. So for you to now have this person's opening up their heart again with this, if this caused the destruction in the past and as a collective, and this is where you need to reflect, right? If this was something you could never not drop, if this was something you could never come into balance with yourself, it's still here. So is this something you're willing to open up the wound again? That's something you need to reflect on because I can't see this person coming in and opening up about whatever this scar is straight off the bat, right? So if that's something you just can't drop, air sign at the bottom. It's a question you need to ask yourself. If it caused destruction in the past, I always say, if you're wanting someone to return and the things that caused destruction in the past, if they're not healed, what's going to happen? It's going to cause destruction again. Hold on, let's get these. Then I want to get tarot. I want to see their perspective, your perspective on each other. Whoa. First card. So they are in deep reflection. There's clearly something that I'm seeing that shocked card. There's clearly something you've posted or you've said, and the universe would draw them in at just the right time. It's I'm seeing that telepathy. I long for your kiss. This person's really longing for your touch right now. Hold on. That's good. They're focusing on finances and structure. Don't mind that card. All right, hold on a second. Or maybe that's what they're in reflection in. Maybe they've been avoid this by, turning. Maybe there was something financial that got in between you guys. That just came to my mind. There could be something they're reflecting on when it comes to how they've been so focused on money. Okay, hold on a second. I'm getting so many decks. This person's clearly got a lot of emotion right now. I feel they're a bit lost. Confused! As I said, this person would be all over the place. Oh, my emotion deck dropped. I've got all, I can just, even as I'm reading, I always say, whatever happens in a reading is for a reason. As a reader, we pick up collective's energy, and your attached energy is all over the place. They're unclear, they're foggy, they're uncertain, they don't have direction, they're unsure, they're indecisive, they're muddled. And maybe this is also why watching you is safer. Like if their life is a bit in shambles, remember that card, what was it? Under the emotion one, the one that was under the first card. Something about having to keep you at an arm's distance or something. Very sensitive, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me that you're connected to someone sensitive. So you would have memories of them being emotional, or them, you know, crying over small things, or I feel this person, you remember their emotion. They're very delicate, they're hurt, they're taking things to heart, they're very raw right now. Words hurt them. And remember I said to you guys, you know this person's spying, watch what you're posting, right? Emotional, they're extra reactive too. So even maybe with their sensitivity, it doesn't always need to be sadness. Maybe you've got memories of this person getting excessively reactive or really angry or like aggressive over the littlest things, like irrelevant things. Sensitive people, especially when they're not balanced in their sensitivity, that nice balance of feminine, masculine within, they can have rapid changing temperaments. It's really hard to know what you're going to get from them next. Okay. Whoa. Restricted. I do think there's something restricting them. Bullied. I just heard if the shoe fits. So maybe this person, when they see some of the things you post, they feel like that they see themselves in the thing, like that. Like literally, if the shoe fits is what I'm hearing. They could think you're intentionally trying to like target them with the things that you're posting. But also remember the theme of this. Can you handle all my scars? And I did say for the right collective, and I love you guys, and I made sure to say don't make it fit. This collective, I do think they felt a little bit bullied by you with these scars. And I do think you did it from an unhealed place. I just think it was when you guys were arguing. Just watch from the beginning. I always say it's really sad, and you see this in broken people. People can open up about vulnerabilities and people will hold them against you in arguments, abandonment, whatever this may be. It's like people will, and I feel unfortunately your dynamic from the past, I do feel that this person felt like they couldn't trust you with these deep things, because you would hold it against them. Like for the right collective, it's what caused your breakup, right? Why? Harassed, criticized, picked on, degraded, attacked, belittled, uncomfortable, nasty. Again, watch what you're posting. Okay, but they're attached and worried, so they think they're in limerence with you. They're going crazy. Limerence, fixation, clinging on to you, bond, strong fondness, feels like love, can't detach, they're hooked on. It's what I said with that spy. It's like they try and fight it so much, but they can't, and it worries the bejeebus out of them. I feel this person knows they're obsessed, and they're like, I don't think they like it about themselves. They're anxious, uneasy, concerned, bothered, apprehensive, on edge. And if they're very sensitive and they're making the shoe fit, oh, they would just get so emotional. Maybe this is why they try and push it away as well, like viewing in on you. Okay, with confused, they're trying to stay positive. That's good. Or maybe you, because they're watching you. Maybe if you, they can't be upbeat and this and that with these cards here. That just doesn't make sense. Positive mindset, successful, confident. I think that's you. What confuses them. If you're happy and you're this, and then they're like, ugh, I think they would be like, what's the point? One more. Keeping it simple. So they keep it simple. I have a feeling that's collective. I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to commit here. Keeping life uncomplicated. I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone, easygoing. Actually, that could be a bit of both of you. It could be wearing a little bit of a mask, but remember those emotion cards. I just think you're so excessively here when it comes to their day-to-day life. They're just presenting aloof and detached because they always just drift off into the thought of you. I can't see this walking around with this confidence and happiness. Like, they may have a mask, but I don't think their mask is that strong. Not with the emotion I'm seeing here for this person. Like, I feel this person feels a bit lost because of this connection, how sensitive they are, wanting your forgiveness. Deep bond. They feel like there's a belonging with you guys, that you're very alike, you're part of their soul tribe, you understand them. Oh, that's sad because I keep reflecting back to those message cards, right? And I do think the scars here, which caused the breakup, this is what made them hold on to the anger. This is what was able to push them away. But then you remember I remember you, and that your light and your beautiful energy puts light in my life or something, right? So where before they were just holding on to this energy, now they're starting to remember, but you weren't like that. You were so caring, and you were this and you were that. And let's be real, when you're not healed and you're bloody triggered, people do stupid shit. We all make mistakes. So I do think they're starting to realize, yes, there was bad, but if they've seen you grow and develop and change, and I feel this person's finally starting to let go of the anger and starting to remember how connected you guys truly were, right? Because this is where their sensitivity is being activated now. If this person, remember, ready to open their heart about all of that stuff, watch the whole thing. They're starting to, if they know it or not, subconsciously feel safe in your energy. I always say when our armor goes up, we talk about this here all the time. I don't want to get too much into it. I'm a shadow worker. So 3-4 years old, we start to create an armor from our upbringing, from the schooling system, from the hierarchy, the governments, the institutions. Through life, it progressively becomes it's what comes up when we're vulnerable and triggered. It's our defense mechanism, right? But when we're unhealed and self-unaware, that defense mechanism is poison because it keeps our life on that karmic loop, that 2-year cycle, right? Do we start to reflect and stop blaming everyone for the way we react when we're triggered until we start to heal that stuff? And that's what this healing journey is, self-discovery, wanting to change those things, those emotional outbursts, those impulsive decisions, whatever it is. Everyone's got their own shadow. But when you're vulnerable, it just naturally comes up without you knowing. You're not like, oh, I'm gonna put the mask on. But until you feel safe in someone's presence, this is just always in high alert, right? So for this person's heart to be starting to open up again and starting to feel safe, watch from the beginning, to be able to open up about these scars, they're just subconsciously, your presence is making them feel safe, which means not here, but subconsciously, they can genuinely feel a change in you, right? Because these are scars they've got hidden. So it's actually, it's a positive thing. Do they know that's happening? No. But your frequency is genuinely changing, right? But I did say for this collective, that row, you need to really reflect if that's something that you can accept, right? Bullied. Oh, and excluded. I really do think this person thinks you've shut them out. You've shut them out. You left them out. Blocked. You could have blocked them. They could have blocked you. Rejected. Not part of your life. You've pushed them out. Worried. Attached. I think they're worried about their mental health. I'm going to be honest. That you've lost interest. That they don't fulfill you anymore. Not tempted, that you're uninterested, and they're sitting there in fixation, but this feels like love, I'm hooked, blah, blah, blah. Of course they're going to be worried. This is also maybe why they're excessively watching you and getting all of these little details. For the 10th time, this collective, I'd be watching what you're posting if this is someone you are wanting back in your life. Okay. At least they didn't get depressed or worthless or those kinds of cards. That's good. All right. Wouldn't surprise me. They think you're their twin. They think you're their twin flame. I've had like majority of my divine collectives, your veils are finally shifting. You could be one of those collectives. That reading I did with the vault, I feel it's the same. I don't even remember what it is. I feel the right collective. You'd be watching this as well. It just came through so clearly. But they're unclear. I more think that's unclear about where you stand, because they're so in your energy. They could still be a little bit confused, because you've got to remember they've got that attached and that worried. They think something's wrong with them right now. It could be a bit of them as well. But then they're jealous. That wouldn't surprise me. Indecision. So they're going over their indecision here, how long it's taken for them to make their mind up. I think this person's worried that maybe you've moved on, or they're worried you will move on. And you know what? Remember we were going over that sensitive card, and I said it doesn't just have to be like deep upset tears emotion. It can be highly reactive. Maybe this collective, this person's jealousy caused some issues in your dynamic. Like when this person would think something was going on, they would just lose their shit. Like I'm seeing holes in walls. Like I feel this person knows when it comes to their jealousy, which leads from insecurities, they know that it's really unhealthy. Like I feel this person, they could have been extremely claiming over you in the past. So it's not just the scars, but it's also what side of them comes out in this connection, which adds to the indecision here. But again, first card reflection. This is the things that they're really reflecting on. You got to remember, you got 20. So if it's not the 20 days, 20th of this month, this person's still trying everything they can to not come forward here. Right? So this is probably like, these are, I know you've got 20 smack bang in the middle, beautiful, but the reflection is about decisions on finances, right? Still confused if it's true love. Is it infatuation? Are you doing magic on them? If they believe you're a twinny and this person is spying on you, watch from the beginning. I find you guys, my true divines, you're online, you're talking about this stuff, right? And if you're a real divine, you've got magical blood that runs through you. So it wouldn't surprise me if this person thinks you're bloody hooking them in some form of way, right? I think they're trying to just, it's not making sense to them. They're worried over their attachment to you. Watch the whole thing. This person feels like they're going crazy. Okay. And then again, the side. Your touch will destroy them. Remember that part. They're not proud of who they are when, you know, they've got these, they would remember certain things here of their behavior. Remember they got I remember you, so they would be remembering the things that unfortunately they did to this connection as well. Reflection. And I just heard this, because you got to remember, your spies returned. That's this theme of this reading. If they're jealous, again, be careful. This person wouldn't just be watching you. They would be dissecting you. Your comment section, the people you follow, people that bloody, you know, the things you like they would be sifting through things with a fine-tooth comb. Okay? Little detective. Reflection. Be trying to find out things. Okay, the lack of reciprocity because of their games. This is what they're reflecting on. So they know they've been playing games. And it's funny because we're talking about posting and stuff. This was a game to me, the way I was acting, I don't think this person, remember there's something here about you guys can't access each other, right? They probably can access you probably can't access them. There might be someone that doesn't even post or doesn't even have social media. But this was all to get your attention. And also, remember I said this person's seeing some of your stuff and feeling like it's them, like if the shoe fits, right? So in a bit of a weird state, they could have thought you were playing games with them too. But reciprocity, I want to have equal give and take here. One more, two more. That makes sense. I was hearing two things with that focused on finances. This says they want to spoil you. Oh, their mistakes. So maybe, again, this is the reflection row. So the lack of the equal give and take. Maybe they are going over their games here, or, you know, unfortunately, letting their mind interfere. I think this person, like, it's that labyrinth mind I'm seeing. This spoiling you, remember your purple deck, there's something about feeling used. Maybe in the past you were someone that would spoil them. Maybe they weren't in the financial place to spoil you. Like for this person to be reflecting on this and wanting equal give and take, it was clearly never equal give and take when it came to this department. I want to give you a good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything you could everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. Okay, this isn't goodbye. Well, they're hoping it's not. This is underneath them being focused on money. One more. I think that scares them. I don't think they know what's going on here with that. I love this card. So they have been healing. If they know about twin, they're opening to some form of healing journey. That's what this journey entails. Soul destroying. That's good. They're overwhelmed with this twin flame journey. Remember when you guys first activate? It's an overwhelming. I just don't think they know what's real and what's not. You can't get past that attached card with the worried. I shouldn't laugh. This twin flame thing, overwhelmed. The stress of this is straining me. I shouldn't laugh. One more. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I want to reveal the truth. That's good. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. There's a few ones here. The time as well. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. This collective, I always say there's two parties at fault. I want to tell you the truth. Time is it. And reunion. That is a good row. And that's your smack bang middle row. So remember you got from the breakup to commitment, things are about to get serious. This twin flame row, stressing them out, right? They really want to apologize. Is it too late to come forward now, right? The Pentacles, I said, this feels like it's been going on for bloody years. And then you've got the reunion. Wow, that's good. Very good. So this is why they're probably stressed about you detaching and seeing you and you being happy and you're this and you're that. It's overwhelming them. Okay. Can I tell you something, this collective? This revealed the truth. Remember that purple card? You got to communicate. Their truth is coming through telling you how much they love you, right? I made sure for this collective that what needs to be spoken cannot be pushed. That is something deep. That is scarring. That is wounding. That's not this person cheating and this and like that is something deep from childhood, right? So I made a point to say this collective, that's something you either need to accept within or you need to let it go. You can't hold someone's scars against them, right? this is where collectives need discernment. Like, that's something that you can't push someone to open up about their trauma, right? You can't do that. This is something that, this reveal is more the apology, wanting to unite. That can't be forced. So again, that's something, this collective, that's on you if you can accept it. Unclear. Okay, maybe they think you're attached to someone. They could still be attached to energy. This is the twin dynamic. Karmic, I always say they're there long before you got there. Family, friends, love situations, forbidden love situations. There's still things maybe in their life that do restrict them. Let's get one more for that. Okay, this is let me go. I'm feeling both of you in this. This person already feels like you have let them go. Maybe they think you have let them go because of this energy. Like they know, you know, they're attached to karmic mess. One more. Yeah, unsatisfied. I think it's more that, why do I feel this person thinks you know more than you actually know? Like, I'm going to be honest. This would add to the overwhelm here. So this stuff clearly isn't out of their life either. I'm going to be honest. This rose seems like a block here. Remember, you've got 20 days or the time. It's not a clear path just yet. This overwhelm's brewing for a reason. You hurt me. They can't get, they're starting to get past it. They're starting to get past it, but for a long time, and that's another huge detail here. Unfortunately, this collective, whatever you were holding, like kept bringing up, it really hurt them, because it was dragging up stuff they were trying to dissociate from, something they had shame tied to, something that made them feel sick within. And anyway, watch from the beginning. This card does say everything that happened hurt me so much. I needed more time to heal. This is with the indecision, right? They just couldn't get enough of you. They'd pop in and out because that's this journey. You guys just get pulled to each other through a cosmic trigger for a lesson of a trigger, right? You don't know why you guys are so... it's just all coming from up above. So every time this person approached, again, veiled... they were never knowing what they wanted here. And I tell you feminines this all the time. When they've got the veil of avoidance running, they're running. They're not sitting there longing like you guys. They think of you. They get tempted by you. But they hold on to the pain and the blame to avoid it. And this is why they're so dry when they come in. But you guys have the expectation. They're sitting there pining and longing like you. So then you get triggered because they're not approaching you right. And then it ends up explosive. And then you're normally on the roundabout of the blocking game. I think they're just starting to reflect on this, but it's still not enough time. And this is why this is clearly on pause. I think this is more finding the right collective. I'm going to get the universe's part soon. You got to be careful about what you're posting. There's something about this person's sensitivity. If you guys are really meant to be coming in, I think it's more coming for that reason for this collective. All right, last one. We'll get your perspective on each other, and then I want to get the universe's part. But no one compares to you, but the attention you get from others. They're hooked right now. I'm not feeling a love because you didn't get someone else trying to sabotage. I feel this is more permanent fixture row. Because remember I said I feel this person's just in a daze of you, right? There could be something here that's a little bit deeper, but more kind of... I just remember when you guys activate, you can't look at anyone else. This is why feminines, you take a path of celibacy. It's like you just lose attraction to everybody but your person. You could have the most attractive person walk in the room trying to, do whatever, and you're like, nah. And I feel this person's in that same kind of energy. I'm going to be honest. we'll have to get, we'll see what the universe is seeing in a second. They do want to call you. That's not the issue here. It's just they think it's them holding back because of nerves. Something about cosmic alignment here. It's not completely there just yet. Okay, let's just see your perspectives on one another, and then we'll get the universe's part. If this person feels you're a twin flame, clearly this collective would think you're twin flame. So let's see what the universe sees. But first I just want to get these. All right, collective, your perspective on this person. Your perspective on this person. There is something here. You've got to remember how this person is seeing you. You've moved on. You're positive. You're happy. There's something, and I said it literally, I think it was the last part or the part before, like 2-minute part, not the whole part, you know what I'm saying, to watch what you're doing right now when it comes to your social media, because they're really sensitized to it. This 8 of Wands in reverse, this 5 of... I just think right now you can feel the energies blocked. I think you think this person has a little bit of blocked energy as well. They don't have much focus or momentum in their life. They're kind of directionless is what I'm hearing, unfortunately. And I don't think you're completely there. I do think that you view this person as selfish at times. I think you view them as they don't really care who they hurt. Do you think that they have capability to change it up and conquer their self-doubt? Yes. But can I be honest? And I love you guys so much, but I'm just going to be raw and real right now. Ripping off the Band-Aid. We talk about perception all the time, right? And what you believe to be true, that's true. That's your truth. And same for opposing party, whoever's in the dynamic of some form of challenge, conflict, argument, whatever, right? Now, this collective, this person's truth and their truth for so long, watch from the beginning. And you may not agree with it, but this is the energy that's coming through this reading, right? It may not be your truth, but it is their truth. And their truth is shifting. But for this right collective, this person walked away. You were holding their scars against them. They couldn't face you. They hadn't even opened up to the depth of their scars, and you would hold it against them in arguments. But the right collective, it's something to do with childhood trauma or something to do with sexuality. It was something you just couldn't drop. You were like a dog with a bone every time there was an argument, right? So you may think that this person's selfish and they don't care who they hurt. But for a long time, they thought that about you. They thought how much you hurt them, that you couldn't accept them for who they were. That's what kept them away here, right? So every time this person's come in because of the cosmic trigger, I'm assuming this is truly divine, I will confirm, they were still holding on to the pain and anger, right? But this collective, you couldn't see it because you were sitting in pain and longing, and clearly the way this person left you, they left you without the answers you needed. Because when I saw that breakup row, I said, this collective, I think you always knew deep down what the cause of this was, but it's like a part of you couldn't accept that was the reason because you had such strong love. You didn't think a few arguments about this certain detail would push this person away. It clearly did, right? So I'm only saying this because I say it to you guys all the time. You can't help someone's perception. You may not agree with it, but that's their perception. You can't overgeneralize. And I said it before, you can't just assume because you're sitting there longing and pining, someone else is longing and pining. Like, you can't just assume things, right? Now, it's beautiful that you think they have it in them to conquer self-doubt and embrace the change and do things differently, and that's beautiful. But if you really care about this person, and you wouldn't still be watching this bloody long-ass reading if you didn't, you need to shift this. Oh, they're not in alignment, they're blocked, they don't have momentum, they don't have this in life, they don't have that in life. Like, You don't know that. You don't know that. And even if they did have energy blocks or lack of momentum, this collective, if this person knocked on your door and was on bended knee, I don't even think you would care about this. So why are you focusing on it, right? Don't make it fit. It's not that they're being... Maybe they are being a bit selfish, but that's how they deal with their pain, right? Were you treated right through this ending? No. Did they feel treated right through this dynamic? No, they didn't. It's only now they're starting to reflect on the depth of the connection and not holding on to that. It's that Humpty Dumpty. We've brought it up a few. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty had a great fall. All the king's horse, all their family and friends had to try and put Humpty Dumpty together again. Your touch will destroy them. This person's been broken, right? It really affected them. But they dealt with their pain the way that they deal with pain. Their armor. You may deal with your pain differently to this person. Don't overgeneralize, right? For the right collective, watch from part 1. Okay, so you think they think small, that they're restricted in that. I do think they're a bit restricted. I do think they've got things that are in their life that restrict them, but that's something they need to reflect on. But this lack of progression and all of this, maybe let's not on that for this collective, because for the right collective, like I said, if this person was here wanting to change all of this stuff with you, you wouldn't care about this. You wouldn't care if they're stalled or they're this or they're thinking small. If anything, I think you would encourage them to, or help them get on track to not have this energy around them, right? But let's confirm these. Okay, but you see them as a Four of Wands, as we're saying it. So you see them as a Four of Wands. You want to marry them. You want to spend the rest of your life with them. You want to build a foundation with them. Probably see them as your twin as well. This is my twinny card. But then look at this. What's the point? Why would you be focusing on that? Because you're angry? Is it your resentment? Not feeling validated? Just ask yourself, this collective, ask yourself those questions, right? Okay, the Ten of Swords, rock bottom, failure, the betrayal, all the stabbed, but they felt betrayed by you. They opened up to things that they probably never opened up to anyone about, or maybe only a couple of people in their life, and this collective, you held it against them. For the right collective. So don't you think they felt betrayed as well? Again, they dealt with their hurt differently to you. This I want to put both ways, but I feel it's this way because you felt used by this person. So you feel that this person undervalues you, that they don't appreciate you, that this is one-sided maybe, that they don't even feel the same as you anymore, that they sit in unpaid debts, financial burdens. Last one. The Three of Swords. So again, the pain, the separation, the sorrow, Queen of Swords. They could be an air sign, but you could maybe think they're attached to an air sign. There is something about attachment here, but the way that they did this, she's very cold, she's very cutthroat, she's ruthless, right? A lot like that King of Wands. You don't need to be a female to be in queen energy, but just the way this separation happened, it was very harsh, it was very abrupt. If anything, you felt like there was lack of truth. There wasn't truth on the table, but I think this is what's paused as well here, though, that has caused a lot. I do think you think there's restrictions, maybe when it comes to an attached energy, the right collective. but definitely that this separation wasn't handled properly, especially with this Ten of Swords here, right? But I do think for the right collective, and you know me, I ain't a sugarcoater reader, for the right collective, I just feel there needs to be a little bit more reflection. And I'm not saying you weren't treated right, but you just need to also have understanding for why this person did what they did, the way that they did it, because they felt how you did certain things were not right either. Like, it just needs to be more understanding so you can compromise, because otherwise you'll never be able to compromise. Right now you're standing in your truth, they're standing in their, there's no bridge here. So it's be accelerated arguments, right? So if they're wanting to come in and compromise and forgive, work it out, and you haven't gone into actual deep reflection, again, this is finding you for far bigger reasons than just, oh, this person's coming on the 20th. Like, this is about, one, be careful of what you can see the anger in you. Two, there is something you need to reflect on a deeper level, because this collective, still, you see them like this, so you're holding on to resentment, right? You should understand why maybe this person's been holding on to resentment if you can just view the situation a little bit differently, okay? If this is something you want in your life. Otherwise, what comes next, you're just going to go about on the same roundabout of arguments and pain, because neither of you are going to listen to each other with effective communication, right? Okay. Let me just shuffle and cleanse this, and then I want to see how they're viewing you. Then we're going to get the universe's part. Now, with the intention, I'm going to get intention now, and then I probably shouldn't do it this way, but I'm going to also tap into intention on either the 20th or that 20-day roll, right? We'll see if it comes out clearly, because I don't think their energy would be made. Anyway, let me just shuffle this. Hold on. All right, and just remember when we're doing their perspective on you now, they're coming in and out of remembering, but also holding on to some painful memories. So it might be a little bit confronting, okay? Their perception wouldn't be completely right now, because otherwise they'd be moving forward. They're just starting to warm up to this again, okay? High Priestess. So the first thing on their mind is the scars, the withholding, been kept in the dark, the secrets here. So they're worried about it. This collective you must see. This must be, you've got to remember they're seeing you as a twin flame. So when they think about you, the first thing that comes to their mind is the things that need to be spoken, right? But that's the things that broke you guys apart. So that's why there's so much fear. Watch from the beginning. This is why they're so overwhelmed about it. Because it's the things that they don't want to address just yet in life. They haven't confronted it yet. World in reverse. The disappointments here. The lack of completion here. The delays, the stagnation. But I'm going to be honest, I think a part of them believes that it's like they just don't see how you'll ever come back to the same page because of the way you see. You could be a stiffler for truth, this collective. I remember saying, I think this collective, you were like a dog with a bone with some things. And until they're ready to confront that about themselves, they know it's always going to be a burden here. I'm going to sneeze. Chew, bless me. The same, the hostility, the fights, the argument, the selfishness. And that's where I went and started deviating with you guys. And I said, you might think this of them, but don't you think they might see this of you? Sign. So again, they still hold on to it. I feel this collective, they've got memories of you being really cutthroat in arguments, right? One more for your top row. Wow. But that's them warming up. So I do think that they see an energy change in you, and I do think there's a part of them that really wants to resolve these situations, but there's so much fear, and it comes from something buried at the depth of their shadow. And you can't, I said it to you guys, you can't force someone to open up about their trauma. You can't do it. That's not right. It's something that this person needs to be willing to do, right? How can you hold resentment for someone from something that is so painful that they choose to dissociate from it, right? Watch from the beginning. This is your block here for this collective. And I made sure to say, if you can't overcome that, that's something you need to reflect on. If you can't have acceptance and not be like a dog with a bone with these truths, it will never work. And I promise you, this collective, this person will not open up on a deep level about this stuff until they genuinely trust you. Until they genuinely feel like they can open up about this without you holding it against them, right? So it's not like it's all just going to come to the table. Again, that's something you need to reflect on. They want to find common ground, but it's scary for them. Yeah, so underneath this High Priestess that came, Ace of Swords in reverse, the block communication, the hostility over these things that are kept in the dark. So they know this is their fear. It's the scars. When they think, that is the main thing they think about. It's, this will never work because they're not ready to open up about it. It's actually really, this is sad. This is sad because neither of you get it. Like, you both are on completely different pages when it comes to this. This collective, you think you've been betrayed and this and that, but they feel the same. They feel the same. This is what blocks your communication. Okay, World in reverse. Oh, so they see you as a High Priestess and an Empress. Oh my God. This would kill them. So even with this, they clearly have, and I said it, their energy starting to open up subconsciously because they can feel energetically, not that they know it, but you clearly have gone through changes. You're not that broken mirror anymore. Do they know that for fact? No. But there's something that's making them want to open their heart up again to you energetically. Again, watch from the beginning. So High Priestess, Empress here. No wonder your face haunts them day in and day out. You'd be everything to this person. They didn't come out as a king. They didn't come out as a page. No, you didn't even get a suit for how you see this person. You just remember the shit. I know you got Four of Wands, but you didn't get any kind of, like, you've got two major arcana here, like our goddesses on the spread. You're not seeing this right, this collective. And 10 of coins. And they see you as a 10 of coins. High Priestess, Empress, 10 of coins. Stop it right now. So there is something financial as well, I have to say, because that purple deck, you felt used by this person. So this person would see you as very abundant for one. But 10 of coins, holy moly. So this destruction and this hostility, this would drive this person crazy. It's like they feel guilt for their trauma. This is really sad. And I'm saying this in the nicest way. I love you guys, but that's what you've created in them, to make them feel guilty about what was done to them from a very young age. And that is heartbreaking. And this collective, it's like you've forgotten this. Seven of them want compromise. They want to make amends. But is it a lost cause? Can we find common ground? Can we do this? Can we do that? And then they think straight away about the things that put destruction. Watch from part 1, because they're not ready to open up about it. I don't think they've accepted it within themselves. Oh my God, 2 of Cups. It's really sad. Okay, let's see what the universe wants you to know about this connection. We'll see their intention, and then let's just see how this goes. Oh, even the High Priest. Remember who you are. Okay. Kind, gentle. And yes, you may be gifted. And I always say this gift is not for your life. It's not for the people in your life. This might be your path. This might be who you are. It is not fair that you would use your eye on the people connected to you, right? That's not fair on them. I do always say, to be connected to a spiritualist, to someone that is all-seeing, you need to be very, honest. I get it, because your feelers are always on, but you should never... I feel this is... Their first card seeing you is High Priestess, right? So... And remember when that twin flame card came out from them, I was like, I don't know if this person thinks you're manipulating their energy. For them to think that, they've seen you use your craft. They've seen you turn to your cards. They've seen you, when things were going on, reflecting on this stuff in your dynamic, right? There's a reason this is coming to my mind. Falcon, you need to look at the cards that are coming out from the universe. They're saying you need to rise above this. Remember your higher self, this far-reaching vision, your third eye. You already know what's going on here. But the thing is, and I said it to you guys, you need to reflect. Is it something you can accept or not? But it can't keep being brought up, because it won't be brought up until they're ready to bring it up. The universe is saying you've got major opportunities. And I said, this is why this is finding this collective. It's so you can go into deeper reflection. They're trying to give you a major opportunity here. Celebrating the light, growth, enjoyment, positivity, expansion. Things are unfolding. These next couple weeks for this collective, it's so important. Through this ending, through all the sorrow, through all of it, things are evolving. 8th of the 9th, 9th of the 8th, 2nd of the 5th, 5th of the 2nd, 25 could be important. Okay, the things that were stuck, hold on. This is about things that were stuck are becoming tangible, and another card of building strength. Hold on. Becoming solid and dopeful, becoming grounded. Wow, it's igniting. So it's starting to ignite. You can see it. This person is just starting to remember you the right way, because your energy is truly shifting, right? So it's igniting. You've still got a couple weeks here. Just stay on top of you. Okay, so your psychic abilities, all of this stuff. Underneath the High Priestess, your spirituality, your intuition, your psychic abilities, your dream state, your enlightened energy. Again, beautiful quality to have, but just sometimes this can make this dynamic stuck, and you can see it in their outlook. They're so fearful of it. They're so fearful of it. 10th of the 5th, 5th of the 10th, Falcon. Okay, your social media. Well, we know this person, we made a point of it at the start, for how much this person obsessively watches you. You're on social media. I said it, but there's something that you're posting. I've also said many times, you need to really reflect right now, right? Because they're making the shoe fit. They find themselves in everything that you say, good or bad, which just adds confusion, right? So you need to rise above something when it comes to your social media. Really higher self, your vision, all of this stuff. Again, and I said it before, this is why this is finding you. These next few weeks are crucial. You need to be, if this is something that you want, again, you got Four of Wands, but then look at all the cards around it. Because whatever you're posting is putting roadblocks here. You can't help that this person is finding themselves in everything that you're saying. So it's like they want to, and then they're like, no. And then they do, and then they don't. And then they try and push you away, and then they're like, but I can't get enough. It's like, with the universe, it's happening for a reason. It's like this just cosmic line to you right now. And it's weird. It's like the universe is activating that intense pull towards you at certain times. So let it be good or bad. It's very confusing. Because I have a feeling this person has gone periods, like probably months, without even accessing you. It's very odd I always say it's all coming from up above. Maybe even the negative it's making. You got to remember, you got the twin, on their perspective, twin flame with feeling so overwhelmed and drained and this and that. Maybe it's activating their dark night a bit more, or making them go into reflection when they're finding themselves in negative things that you say. There's a reason for it, but I'm feeling for the right collective, this is coming now, because the universe is kind of saying enough's enough. Because it's just like, this is important. They're wanting you to rise above something right now. One more for that. 20th of the 2nd. Temperance. You need balance. There's something that needs temperance over your social media. Okay. Balance, softness, moderation. And this is the next 14 to 30 days. And your dice roll was 20. So remember I said it's either the 20th of this month or within 20 days. We're on it's the 6th here today in Australia. Okay, major opportunities. Wow. This is about secrets. About positivity, expansion. I do think this person will open up to you, but it's when they're ready to. It can't be forced. One more. Again, this person's secrets are from childhood trauma. It's not, it's something actually from a traumatized state. But you, again, don't push it. It could be about another woman as well. But I more think with the theme of this reading, I kept saying you can't keep pushing this like a dog with a bone. You've just got to let it unfold. With the things will unfold. They're building strength, right? One more for that. Yeah. Trust in your bond. Deeply committed. Uncommon bonds. Reawakening lost hope. Manifesting your deepest desires. All in for what you love, right? You just need to, I've said it a few times, you really need to reflect on what you truly want from this, because if you are really wanting this, a few changes need to be made. And there's that so through the ending, you'll get the communication, the making contact, but this comes first, right? 27th of the 7th. You've got 10-10 here as well. One more. Okay, so right now go within. I think you both are going within. You're choosing silence for a reason. It's coming from up above. There needs to be self-reflection, which we've said so many times. Okay, let's get one more. There could have been a big bust up around a holiday, a celebration for this collective that needs to be reflected on. Hierophant, High Priestess Hierophant on your spread. Stop it. They're my spiritual masters. They're my true divine counterparts. They're seeing you as their twinny. You're seeing them as your twinny. Just Hierophant, High Priestess. Wusa, this collective. Lighthouse, remember your guidance system. They're removing the obstacles. There's safe passage, but the warning. This is more coming as a warning for what this collective may be posting. Okay, watch from part 1. And then the Crow. Magical, powerful. There's a remembering happening right now. Remember them. They're starting to remember you. But your gifts scare the shit out of them. Number 22. But that's something that they'll overcome. On a quest, becoming dependable, but migrating. Moving could be on the cards here for you guys as well. And Magician. The glowing thread is coming in, right? Unstoppable right now. The universe is doing stuff in the background. You may not see it, but it's happening for a reason, right? This cycle, or unfortunately prolonged to another, okay? Chariot, it's on the Chariot. You can't help what's coming next. This is finding you again to just make a few adjustments, but that's up to you. Plane taking off. Luck is on your side, 4-leaf clover. Finally ending out a painful season to what? Start a new season. But this focusing on deception and their chameleon energy, and that has to be removed. You've got to start seeing both sides. And I had a huge deviation about that for this collective. Things need to change. You need to see both sides. You've got to keep an open mind right now. You got to be wise. All right. Last one. I'm just seeing the 2-2 here. You could be seeing a lot of... Oh my God, 2-2-2-2-2. Duality, internal duality. Come into harmony within. Oh my God, and you got the World. Perfect. So they're really wanting to bring you in, but you need to move on from the past, right? What a good last card. And then you've got Justice at the bottom. Life lessons, armor, which we spoke about before. You're both hurt, both of you. Victory over the stalemate. Watch from part 1. Okay, so what I want to do... Now, I always say decisions can alter our timeline, but it'll always bring us back. It just prolongs things. I'm going to get their intention now, and I am going to see... It all comes down to this collective, though, and the things you're uploading, and I just don't really see what the point is doing. Let's just do now. And tarot, we'll just see the future of your dynamic. Okay. Oh, even right now, we know because the twin flame, they're overwhelmed. The cosmic love, number 14. Even though we're not together, we're connected through and through. When I sleep, I dream of you. And I remember I made sure to say that. When I'm awake, I think about you. Your face haunts them day in and night. For that card, I'm able to see you as if you were physically here. In separation, so they're really reflecting on it. Or Aquarius, you could be an Aquarius, they could be. I acted like I didn't care, but I did. I just needed time and space to think on my own. I wasn't ready to be tied down by a relationship. But it's not that blurb. It's more, we've spoken about it this whole reading. They weren't ready to confront what needed to be confronted, and maybe they weren't ready to completely commit because of those things, right? They know to be with you, they need to own the things that unfortunately they keep hidden, not just from you, but from everyone around them, right? Well, they are obsessed. Cycles. So they go over the cycles, the repetitive cycles, time and time again. We keep replaying the same story over and over again. It never ends well. When are we going to do better so we can be better? The Ace of Swords in reverse with the High Priestess. I think that's their block. They know you will forever repeat this until they can be open and honest. That's their fear, but they're not ready to be open and honest. But this collective, you've literally made this person believe that's the only way, right? Again, dog with a bone. Watch from part 1 for the right collective. So it freaks them out. They see you as their High Priestess, their Empress. but then the pain of you brings up what they try and keep buried, right? It's tough. Very tough. They're settling. I think it's their lifestyle. Remember the attached to, I don't want to say ex, I just think it's lifestyle. I know I'm not happy. I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties or the one that I'm with, even if I'm not entirely happy. This is underneath cosmic love. Oh my God. So they see you as magical and powerful. We know that. But remember when I said in your part, when you were seeing them as lack of momentum, doesn't have their shit together, and I said to you guys, I was like, you seem like an energy would just be there to support them and help them in those areas. They would have memories of this. I don't know if in the past this person was struggling or they were in between jobs and you offered to kind of pay their way and you just wanted them to do what made them happy. Because this is about, I used to limit my goals and place myself in a box on what people told me I was capable of. Since meeting you, my views have expanded and I'm trying to dream big. Because of you, I know I deserve more. And I made sure to say, I feel this collective, there's a memory of this here. I think this person knows that you would just encourage them to find their right path in life, right? Like all of that lack of, like it wouldn't bother you. So I'm surprised it was such a main focus for you, this collective, because I think deep down it literally wouldn't bother you. And I said it, you would just be there to support this person. So I don't know why you focus so much on it, right? Again, you know what I'm going to say. Okay, cycles. Karmic partner, karmic attachments, things that are... I know I'm settling if I'm not, so they're really reflecting on this. So they're choosing to just kind of stay comfortable in responsibilities, lifestyle, because they just can't, well, you guys can't get on the same page. Again, it's being cosmically guided at the moment. One more. 19, 28, 67, 14, 92, 42 could be input. And your lucky last card, double whammy, they got twin flame thinking of you. You got it twice from their end. I know you guys got 4 of Wands for them, but even the universe sees you as a Hierophant, High Priestess. Number 24. Sad. Okay. I don't know if I should get tarot for you guys. I think you've got a few obstacles you guys need to just focus on, like you as a collective, without really focusing on this person. I just don't think it's time. It's too far ahead to really, like, I think you guys have got a lot of cosmic things coming that you need to get through first. Maybe I'll just get a couple of these for you guys. I just don't think it's the time for this reading. Oh. Okay. Maybe just focus on these things over the next couple weeks just to clear out. I know in my heart we'll be together one day and that helps me trust. Let's keep working on us. As I'm saying, just work on you, right? So just every time you're doubting or you're having a negative outlook, this collective, your reset point is you'll be with them. So just clear the debris. When all that other stuff comes, let go of it and just focus on you. Number 8. Mirrors. This situation is being caused by both of you, which is a huge point for this collective, where unfortunately this collective, you're just not seeing your part in it right now. For the right collective, look at your own role in this situation to help change it. Hopefully there's been enough guiding messages for you to really understand it at a deep level. Salem rang a bell. Number 3, I feel the sexual energy between us, yet it's beyond physical attraction. It needs to be elevated to the expression of deep, unconditional love, acceptance, forgiveness, compassion. And then 7, mission. 876 678. I see you working to create change. and I'm proud of what you're accomplishing. I want to work on this mission with you. That's nice. So they are seeing you change, and that was another big point here. The energy is really starting to warm up if they know it. Oh my God, it's the eyes one. And remember, your eyes, you will destroy them. When I look into your eyes, I see the universe. It activates me. This is probably also why they're drawn to you, like the way they're drawn to you right now. There is something about your eyes, this collective. Number 11. I know in my heart we'll be together as one. Mission again. I love when the mission cards come out because that's 8. So 9, 8, 7, 6. Because of you, I'm starting to see what's really important in life. Be patient, my angels. Be patient. This is beautiful. Mirrors. Okay. 6 of the 5th, 5th of the 6th, 8th of the 9th, 9th of the 8th, birthday wise. I daydream about you sometimes. Very sexually, a lot of sexual desire. Sometimes it's sexual, other times I visualize our future together. Romantic messages. Number 3, union. 3rd of the 9th, 9th of the 3rd. Union is an energy. Right now you're in separation energy. Come into one by focusing on you. Come into union energy. Not a physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. You're always one. You're energetically bonded. You guys are severed together. And this is probably what's overwhelming them, thinking you're doing magic on them. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Underneath 7, mission, mirrors. You're projecting your own fears and limitations onto me. Again, severed, your threads. Go within to understand that you are seeing yourself, not me. All the anger, betrayal, all of this, they feel exactly the same. You're mirroring it. And then timing and intentions. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. This collective. I know I need to stay positive for you. This collective, not so much. All right, when they look into your eyes. Time. Another mission one. There are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract this love and abundance. The universe is helping us make this conscious so we can easily attract what we want, including each other. And then alchemists. We are alchemists. We transform fear into love and shadow into light. All right, lucky last. Okay. I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with my love. From what I can feel from this, the next couple of weeks, you just need to be positive. Every time you're feeling fear, that's your own fear. You just need to let it go, right? The universe is wanting you to go within. They're wanting you to come into that union energy within. They're wanting you to really alchemize this negativity. You're better than that. True divines, you're breaking free from that. We talk about it every single day, okay? The universe is doing something in the background here by pulling this person into, like, there's a reason they keep watching you. My advice for this reading, there's things, watch from part 1 for the right collective, please. You need to just make some tweaks with some things, right? It's not that you haven't been hurt, but you've got to remember this person's been hurt as well. For the right collective. Last one. Another. Look at all these romantic messages. I long ago shut down those parts that wanted, and that's what happened here, and I said it. They shut this down. They've been a shell of themselves, Humpty Dumpty. It's only now that they're opening up again. It was your own expectation shooting you in the foot. You were overgeneralizing this collective. And intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. It's just starting to open up, so you need patience, right? It can't be rushed. And this collective is, that was another romantic messages. As soon as you start to get impatient, you start to get angry, and you start to, again, there this, there that, there this, there that. I always say it's the rooms you're not in that matter. if you could both just on the wall for each other for one day, I think you both would be blown away. You remind me of my collective, and I haven't said this for months. There's a mirror in between you guys, and you can't see through that mirror, but you're both acting, walking, emotional. It's like it's all the same, right? You probably pick up your phone at the same. It's if you could only just be a fly on the wall. All right. Let's get you some charms. Okay. Oh my God. This hasn't come out in so long. Whenever this comes out, so you had the Weirdos connection. Best friends. You're about to get your best friend back. Remember the depth. Or you could have just had an argument with the best friend too. But whenever I see this, I see your heart coming back together again. Very nice. Sailing off into the sunset. Go on a little holiday. I see that as Bali, Indonesia, Thailand. Oh, you got my little frog wax. You could have just, it's candle wax, but it's in the shape of a frog. Frogs, you could be hearing a lot of frogs. You could be seeing, you could have just seen a frog. The Venus star, star of love and magic. Horseshoe, lucky's on your side. Horses could be important. New beginning in love. Initials, J, X, O, P, G, H, M, and S. The triple moon goddess. Whoa, we know that about this collective. Garnet, that could be your birthstone, or January. Could be an important month. Angel aura quartz crescent moon. What about the full moon last night on the 5th? I swear it was bigger than the actual full moon on the 4th. Like, it was crazy. I feel they got the day wrong, because last night it was huge. Even this morning, it was still in the sky at like 5:30 this morning. Like full. And then black candle wax. Okay. Oh, it's funny. The only initial that was coloured is the J. Pink. Colour of love. Okay. Labradorite. Alright. Important birthdays, memories. Oh, and the H is on the table. 20th of the 5th. 20 is important. 1717. 5. 17 could be important. Or 5th of the 6th. 6th of the 5th. 12 was stuck in my hand. 6 of the 4th, 4th of the 6th. 6, 7, 6. 4, 4. 6, 6. There's a lot of synchronized numbers here. 4th of the 6th, 6th of the 4th, 4th of the 7th, 7th of the 4th. All of those dates for the 12. All right, my loves. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.